Hello and welcome to this week's edition of the Greyhound Roundup. I'm Ryan Hitchcock, and this week is actually the last home game for the Hounds, and they won't be seen here until next year. But today is a very important day because it's the second to last game of the season, and they are going up against the Slippery Rock Rockets. Let's see if they can put another one on the board as they get closer and closer to the playoffs. And here comes the kickoff for the day. Today's game was not only filmed by me, but it was also filmed by our Westminster crew and put on PCN. So it's a big game and a very important game. And not only was the offense on fire, but the defense was on fire as well as they took down the Rockets many a times and got possession of the ball back to the Hounds. Jake DeMetal guns it right into the hands of Palladino as he marches right into the end zone for the very first touchdown of the game. Hounds are up 7-0 with 4 minutes left in the first quarter of the game. The Hounds defense forces Slippery Rock to punt off again, as Whiting gets the ball and he just finds a hole and his blockers make some room for him. He is gone. They can't grab him. He's slippery as an eel as he runs into the end zone and gets yet another 7 points added to that scoreboard, giving the Hounds 14-0 still in the first quarter of the game. And as I said before, the defense was also on fire today as Jason McFarland took the quarterback down for a sack. And that gave the ball back to the Hounds as DeMetal hands the ball off to Burns, and he just runs right into the end zone for another 6 points on the board. The field goal was actually missed, and that was the first field goal miss of the game. The score is still 20-0 in the second quarter of the game. DeMetal hands the ball off to Whiting, goes on the outside and finds a hole, is blocked and makes it close into the end zone, but he glides on in for another point of the game. Second field goal miss of the day by Wilson. Coach isn't too happy about it, but they are still up 26-0 in the second quarter, and they make up for it as DeVito comes out of nowhere and intercepts Slippery Rock's ball, and he's just home free into the end zone for another touchdown. The Hounds are getting closer and closer to the mercy rule, which would be very nice for them, but they're just 2 points shy going into the half of the game. Only one touchdown was scored in the second half of the game, but that's all it will take for the mercy rule to come into effect, and Whiting makes a break for it, and he turns on the afterburners and just runs right into the end zone, making the final score of the game 40-0. It's the third straight game in a row where the Hounds have not let the other team score a single point. This week they went up against Slippery Rock. Next week they go against Carn City away. I'm Ryan Hitchcock for your Hounds Roundup. Be sure to check in next week for some more highlights.